it done to like do an achievement. Like I didn't have this one done. So I skipped like to a higher difficulty. So I'm literally like going back. Can you see it? Oh yeah, hold on. But like go on your phone. I think you can find me on YouTube, bro. Look up what's my shit called? Pinaexpress's live PS4 broadcast. Just look that up on your phone on YouTube, and then you can watch me. And then you can make your own decision. That's why I like doing with people. I'm just like, yo, just watch me play. Get an idea of what you gotta do. To the boat. I'm pretty sure they got the boat. Go up here. Great, man. Really can't complain, dude. My job is amazing. Much money. I'm just doing great, you know, like I'm taking care of myself better. You know, we've just been, you know, like getting our credit up and all that good stuff, and you know, we're trying to get a house, you know. Yeah, dude, that's all we got going on. We don't even entertain. I'm not here to talk to listen earlier. So I was basically just trying to teach her how to like stop riding the roller coaster of happy and sad and good and bad, and just being focused basically exclusively on what your goal is. You know, if something is getting in the way of your goal, and it's obviously not useful to you anymore, right? If it's not serving you, don't put the energy into things that aren't serving you. You know, she wants to, like she was saying, can you fix the camera? She was saying that she was upset because my dad didn't call her yesterday. And I was like, I just got married a little bit ago, you know that. And I was like, look, dude, I was like, I called everybody, you know, because I wasn't going to sit around and wait for people to fucking call me. Like, my ego isn't that, like, you know, invested in, like, whatever that shit's about. You know what I mean? As far as like, I was just like, look, it's my fucking wedding day. I don't give a fuck about who's right or wrong or what happened in the past right now. I'm literally just, I just want to talk to my parents on my wedding day. So I called her. You know what I mean? And she was trying to like, obviously make it this whole negative thing. And my dad, and I was like, Alyssa, the exact same amount of energy and effort and time that you put into this, into cultivating this opinion and this mindset, and on purpose not calling him yesterday, you could have just called him. Like you could have just went the positive route, you know. And you know, I was basically just like, ultimately you just have to choose. Like, I was like, this shit's like old like leftovers that you've had in the fridge for like 10 years. You gotta throw this shit out. the trash man come get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point in on purpose putting yourself through the emotional over and over and over and over. It's literally just satisfying your ego. But at what cost? At the cost of your mental health and your peace. Let life happen to you, or you can participate. Yeah. For real though, like, that's what people don't understand. And like, I've been that guy for a while, you know? And I just decided that I'm not gonna be that guy anymore. I haven't been eating meat this week. I like it, dude. I think I'm gonna just go back to base and just eat fish. Just have more energy. Because your body isn't wasting like 30% of its. I mean, everybody's different. I'm a little person too, you know. I've always had a high metabolism. I don't know, dude. My body has been in a sleep for a while now. I just haven't paid attention to it. You know, like the other night I was eating short ribs and mashed potatoes. I was like fighting through all the fat and the grease and shit, and I'm like looking down at my plate and I almost threw up because I was like, I realized, I was like, dude, this is what I put in my body, and I fucking wonder why I feel like shit all the time. Like, it's fucking idiotic if you really like take a second and like just gain some self-awareness about it for a second, you know? Like, you're like, fuck. It goes back to that thing, like, is this serving me? Or is it just satisfying my stupid ass ego? You know? Because that's like kind of what it comes down to. It's like, even with the weed or whatever, you know? It's all just like an ego addiction. Your ego's just trying to get his nut real quick. You know, with all this shit. And once you can start saying no to stuff, every time you say no, something you say yes to yourself. You know? And then your body can just go back to like its original stasis. You know, like the original state. Like, we eat all this meat with all this hormones and shit. And I wonder why I'm so anxious and stressed out all the time. We're literally eating animals that were anxious and stressed out when they got murdered in the process. I know. Dude, I've literally told Alyssa to make a decision. She has to make a decision about how she wants to live. Yeah, of course it was. No, she didn't. But that's what I'm trying to tell her. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna make your bed, just like live in it then. Like stop trying to like be wishy-washy. Like, if you don't fuck with him, then don't fuck with him. But then you have to be okay with that though. That's the problem that people don't understand. Like, you have to be able to live with your negative emotions. That's why I tell people not to go the negative route and just to go the positive route, because the person deep down inside of you doesn't want the negative shit. They don't want the fight. They don't want the argument. But she's not even okay with her decisions, what I'm trying to say. She's not even okay with, like, not being cool with my dad. You know what I mean? But then she doesn't want to be cool with him. But I'm like, you can't, you know, exactly. And until she takes all the responsibility onto herself, she's never gonna be happy. I don't know, dude. I really believe, like, I was talking to somebody the other day. They were talking about how some people don't have an inner monologue. And I, like, literally don't understand that. You don't have inner monologue? Right, okay. I have like a 4-dimensional inner monologue, yeah. Like, and honestly, I probably switch places with it. But like, I'm saying there's people who don't have one, right? So there's people. So basically, me and this lady were getting in a debate, and it was basically just like, the debate was like, which the guy that she was with was agreeing with me. He was saying, I was saying that I believe most people could benefit. Rachel, I'm talking to you. I was getting into a debate the other night, and the guy that was there was agreeing with me, but the girl wasn't. And all I was saying was, like, I just believe that most people could benefit positively from psychedelic experience. And she was saying, like, no, that's not the case. And then she brought up the thing about the inner monologue. And she was basically saying that people who don't have the inner monologue, those are the ones that have basically a bad experience with it that can't just be explained off as an ego phenomenon of their refusal of acceptance. Like, okay, so like usually what happens is someone says they have a bad trip because they're not ready to deal with themselves. And when you do that shit, you're literally forced to deal with your entire self. Yeah. So yeah, it is impossible to say who does and does not have an inner monologue, you know? But yeah, like there's people who don't. There's people who don't read the same, who just look at the shapes of the sentence. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know this. I literally thought. And then, like, the funny thing is like, how do we measure intelligence? Effectiveness in the marketplace. So, like, my level of awareness makes me super effective, but also super useful for most parts of the marketplace. Like, super effective for some, or super useful for, say, an organization that requires me to be in a dogmatic state of mind. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a style bender. I'm a rule bender, but I'm a style bender, because I bend the style of how things are interpreted. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that isn't always accepted. Just like Tesla or any of these people that have changed the world around them, you know? It's like, the first time you do it, it's thank you. The second and third, you're like, alright, please fuck off. You know? Oh my god. Honey, can you make me waters, please? No. I need hydration. Fuck. Don't stab me.
クロードはしばし勝利の余韻にした。敵の遠兵が到着した。
Like, I'm very sorry to hear that, and that's very super sad. And, you know, and I was like, yeah, but we don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, we're not doing that. Like that, what you're doing, we're not doing that. So don't do that, because we're not doing that. And we don't want that for the situation. You know what I mean? That's not how we are choosing to react to this. Yeah, and like, and I was like, you can choose to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, the choice is yours, dude. That's what I'm trying to say, like, but you're not gonna wake up every day and relive that. Right. Your mom's just super insecure. That's what I did to her later. I wish I had a octopus hat. I'd totally wear it.
しばしの間、太刀がぶつかる鋭い音が止んだ。
Octopus hat. You're gonna come to the cliff. Watch.
「災いが待ち受けていることをクロードは悟った。
Right knees. Yo, Brandon. You getting that PS5?
クロードは狙いを誤ったなかった。
That's what it always is. That's why all these systems break. It's because of the cooling. That's why this time, as soon as they come out with like an extra cooling attachment, I'm buying it. As soon as they come out with like an extra cooling joint, because I know it's gonna cool good, but I want to make sure. I want that shit to be doubled up. Like, you know what they gonna come out with, bruh? They just gonna come out with like basically like refrigerators to put your shit in. That's what they do with the servers, isn't it? When they not with the servers, but like when they got the whole office building of all the servers, they keep that whole room like 40, 50 degrees. That's what I'm finna look that up, bro. Like a fucking cooling fridge that doesn't keep it too cold where it's producing liquid, like water. You know what I mean? Like condensation. That's probably the main thing they probably have issues with it with. They probably would make condensation. Is there a fridge for your console?
クロードは立ち上がり受けた恥を注ぐ。
Yeah, they should just design it so you could just put the whole thing in there, and you know, even have it like some storage for your games and controllers and shit. Have like a little charger for the controllers and all of that. What? You said what? You went to Lucky's? That's where Jason is a chef and Kyle. You talk to Jason and Kyle.
死は彼方から敵の体を貫いた。
I told him, I was like, I don't even talk shit about them. The only person I talk shit about is Andy. I don't even talk shit about Native. I just say like, I hope they're doing good. You know, and people ask me what my history is, what I told them, but I don't tell them like the negative parts. I just say I was there for 18 months. You know, and that I opened it, because I did. You know? So, you know. Alright, look. Brandon, I got an idea. Why don't we design it and then hit up some niggas, you know, find some niggas on Alibaba who know how to make it. And we can make a... we should just do it. You don't even need to have the money up front. Like, you could just have the design. You know, get a couple samples of it made. Even if we get bought out. You know? I don't know. Bro, like sometimes all you need is the idea. Niggas got manufacturing for that kind of shit already. I know they do. You know, they always looking for products to make anyway. They literally like pour the molds for the shit. You know what I mean? They produce like everything, so I don't know. That should be kind of cool. Call it the Pinaexpress fridge. Have a little slot in there for the controller charger and all the accessories. Have a slot in there for an external hard drive to go. Right? I'm finna draw it out. I gotta know somebody who can make it happen. Like an engineer, I just need to find an engineer friend. That shit would really be smart though. Even if it just kept it at like 50, like bro, you could really just use a wine cooler, bro. The wine coolers keep the shits anywhere from 40 to 70 degrees. You know what I'm saying? So you could really just retrofit. You could find like a mini wine cooler and retrofit it. Then you could just drill a couple holes in the back or whatever for the cores to run out, and then put some like, you know, put some gaskets on there to like, you know, make sure that the hole is sealed, but the core completes the seal, right? I'm gonna look up. You're just gonna have to figure out how big the PS5 is. Bro, really, you could do a big wine cooler and then put all your systems in there. Right? Yeah, the 4, 5, the 2, the 3, all of them in there. All hooked up, all centralized to like a game switch thing. Because you know you can buy that thing where it switches you from You could put it all on HDMI 1, but then you can switch it in between the like thing itself. You know what I'm saying? Server or something. No, they got those. I don't think they call them fridges though. Either way, I don't. I think if you're doing this, you're probably gonna want to just have it like however you got it. You're gonna want to just keep it like that. I don't think it's gonna matter whether you have it one way or the other. I think it's gonna matter if you be moving it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but I agree with you. I'm probably gonna just have mine horizontal, bro, because I got the baby. And like the way I'm set it up in that wine cooler thing, I'm gonna just have it horizontal. Look that shit up. Oh, I'm so tired. Man, I just been feeling weighed down by eating all this meat, you know. I just want to feel better. I just feel like it's the food. What? Oh, like all the way? I'm signed up for this meal program. It's all like plant-based, it's healthy and shit, so they're supposed to be getting me started this week. The first month is free, and then it's like $130 a month after, which ain't shit. And I get to be, you know, it's like another thing that I don't have to worry about now. You know, and you know, I just bought a bunch of fish. I really bought like a bunch of fish and seafood for Elena and Rachel. I'm gonna eat some of that here and there. I'm gonna really try to do the plant-based for the whole week. You know, that way, cause like I could do like on gate and get a colonoscopy, or I could do this. And if you do this, then your body rejects everything that's not meat that's in the body after a certain amount of time of just eating the plants. Does that make sense? Like after like 3 weeks, a month of you just eating plants, your body literally goes all the way into your intestines and like rips all of that old meat out. You know what I'm saying? Like ask anybody who you're retraining your body and your body's like, word, I only do plants now. So it's like, let me get rid of all this shit, literal shit that's backed up in your intestines that you could usually just go get a colonoscopy for. But then what do people do after that? They go eat chicken sandwiches again. You know? So it's like, you know, and like the colonoscopy shit's like really rough on your body. So, you know, that's one of the main things that kills black people, is that colon cancer, having all that shit backed up in your stomach. People have swollen, inflamed intestines that have like 20 pounds of shit. Literal shit that they haven't shit out yet. It's been sitting there for years, months, you know what I mean? And then like all the, dude, I don't even want to talk about it too much because it really just like, it just ruins it for you, you know? Parasites and all the shit that's in your body, like, you know, when you start to just take stock of your body, really become aware of how you feel, what's making you feel like what, it's like scary, dude. Like, dude, let's put it like this. We bought like 25 chicken wings yesterday. Couldn't even eat. I ate one in the car. It felt gross. And then we got home. I made a plate of them and I couldn't even eat them. The same place we always get them from, a really good spot. But it's just me. You know? It's like, it's just me. It's like I can feel myself changing, you know? Like my body is like, no, it doesn't want this shit anymore. It's kind of weird, but it feels good, you know? But yeah, and you don't know anybody that's like vegan and plant-based, that's like 40 or 50, and like they all look great, right? They look super like radiant, right? Healthy and shit. You know? Like, I don't want to be at the end of my life when I'm 70. You know? I don't want to be at the end of the rope. You know, I don't want to be starting the end of my shit when I'm 50. You know what I mean? I don't want to be, like, starting to accept that my health is just going to deteriorate that much, you know? I know people that are, you know, 70, 80 like that, kick your fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like they got like 40 years of working out and taking care of themselves going on, you know? That's how I want to be. Like, I know I'm not going to get there overnight, you know, but it's baby steps. I already feel great, you know, I already feel like I'm on the way, you know? In a world where that's not common anymore. You know, everybody's like accepted that they're just gonna live this unhealthy lifestyle to make their ego happy. Like they talk about it in churches, you know, like you know, every January, a lot of churches they do the fast. You know, in the churches, like when they're trying to get people off of like drugs and alcohol, they basically make them aware of their bodies. They make them aware that their bodies are in control and that they aren't in control, right? But it's like we pick and choose what we want to have the awareness about. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to have the awareness about the fried chicken and the collard greens and the mac and cheese. But they'll condemn, you know, drinking and smoking and, you know what I'm saying? Sex, all these other things that your body is taking over for. You know? But they're not paying attention to the food. You know, I just feel like it's interesting. But at the same time, a lot of the pastors and leadership of a lot of the more progressive, like non-denominational churches that I know, they're all plant-based. Like my dad's church, you know my dad's like a big preacher, right? You know, he's the head of one of the satellites. So the pastors of the whole thing, that's like 6 campuses, they've been plant-based since I was in high school, dude. You know what I mean? Your body's telling you, like, dude, chill out on this shit. Can't even breathe right after that shit. That's exactly, and that's what I had to start realizing. I was like, why do I feel like shit all the time? And I was like, you know what? I should be happy that I did it, because if I didn't, then I would be stuck here. But since I feel like shit, now I'm becoming aware of it. And I'm like, what is causing this? I don't know, man. I just feel myself changing. You know, though, honestly, I can't even take credit. You know who started this whole thing was Elena. She doesn't like meat. She's never liked meat, dude. So, like, we kind of in the back of our heads always knew that we was eventually going to have to be mostly vegetarian or plant-based. We're doing a lot of that. You know? We try to get her to eat it, and she, like, doesn't want it. She really doesn't want it. She doesn't care about it. Like, she'll eat a bunch of rice, vegetables, and pasta. You know? But she doesn't want meat. That's the new generation ushering in a new state of mind. You said what? You said meat is fruit? It's supposed to be your meat, yeah. Not the actual meat. Like, I could see... Yeah, like, I'm really starting to understand it, you know, from a fundamental perspective of, like... Oh, shit, hold on. Damn, I'm in this session. Hello?
クロードはついに勝ち時を挙げた。なれどこれはまだ始まりに過ぎない。